Greetings from Kagoshima in the very southwest of Kyushu, which is the southwesternmost island, one of the main four in Japan. And in this episode, I'll be taking you from here, which is the ruins of the old Kagoshima castle. It's no longer here. It's called the Tsumaru Castle after a bird and this circle, but it was destroyed by fire in 1873 or 1874. Not quite sure the Japan and the English version information is a little bit skewed. Nevertheless, I want to show you the symbol of the city and also the reason why I started this spot. You can see the very top of Sakurajima, which is an active volcano. It's so active, it's smoking. I think it's smoking. I'm pretty sure it's smoking. When I got from the airport a couple of days ago, it was smoking. Today we can actually see it. We have sometimes some pollution that comes over from China, wafts over into this area, and you can't see much of anything. It's been going on for a while, but now, not too bad. This is Otemon, which is a reconstructed gate of Kagoshima Castle, finished in 2018, and it's now one of the symbols of the city. This is the Reimeikan, which inside houses some artifacts from Kagoshima, because Kagoshima is the place where the Meiji restoration occurred with Saigo Takamori. And I'm going to walk from here all the way to the Saigo Takamori statue. Actually, when I was driving in, when I drove in, I saw it just in the distance there. So that's our destination in this live stream. And we're going to start from here. And as we do it, I want to talk and introduce a little bit about Kagoshima to you. This is, I've been to Kagoshima maybe about 15, 20 times. It's quite a lot. I love it here. Miyazaki and Kagoshima, in fact, all of Kyushu, the food is excellent. It's some of the best. It's very competitive with Hokkaido. Of course, in Tokyo, you can find all the really amazing Japanese cuisine in the cities. But there's something more delicious about it here. Maybe it's because almost all of the restaurants have really amazing food. Like even the family restaurants here. So let's take a look at this Otemon gate. Again, this is a reconstruction from just a few years ago, right before the pandemic hit, and it's made of solid wood. Everything looks fresh, and I think that this is maybe what it looked like back in the day when it started. Look at the divots that they put in the wood, which is just fantastic. Look at that. Gives it like a style to it. So it's definitely got a personality. And that's important. When you build any kind of a structure, it needs to have a story. This story, of course, I guess in the olden days, you could go up and climb up to the top here, and you could take bow and arrow or whatever they had, swords, and then you could, or spears or something, and throw it at ninjas that tried to attack the castle. Of course, I'm grossly exaggerating. Ninjas were not a huge thing, as far as I know. In this region, this is considered to be the Satsuma region, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But the reason why this castle, which was constructed in 1601 and was destroyed by fire in, we're going to say 1873, which is the Japan information that I have, they never rebuilt it, and there's a pride in not rebuilding it. Check it out. Like I like this. I like this from the. I took a picture of the information there. It says, "Satsuma, no grand castle because the people are its stronghold." I exaggerated to make it sound stronger. Satsuma needs no grand castle because the people are its stronghold. So they decided never to rebuild any of the castles, and Kagoshima itself has no castles. But that's not a problem. Here's what it looked like in the past. This is the Kagoshima Tsurumaru. Sorry, Tsurumaru is the name of the castle. Ruins, the general information is right here. You can see it's quite a large space, but no longer does it exist. It's part of the Reimeikan right now. And let me see if I can find a map or something in English. So let me give you the story of it before, and while we can read it, and while I'm walking here, I'll show you a little bit of the grounds here. So that's the information, and it's nice that they have this information for you in English in some of the places. Kagoshima Castle was called Tsurumaru Castle because it looked like a crane, Japanese name of tsuru, with its wings open. Interesting. In 1601, the Battle of Sekigahara. Oh, that's a big battle. It's a good one that you should know. The 18th Lord Shimazu Iehisa decided, I think it's easier to write it in Japanese, decided to repair Ueyama Castle. His father claimed that this site was too close to the beach. That's true. But Ieyasu wanted this particular area to be the location of the castle and the political and economic center. First he built it here, and then his retainers moved it nearby. The bridge in the front of the castle was completed in 1606. So this gives you an idea of it and some of the history. I like that, you know, a little bit of the regional touch. And when you come to Kagoshima, I mean, I think it's a pretty good idea to come and stop here and check it out. All right, let's take a walk now. It is freaking hot. It's not humid hot. It is just hot. It really is hot. It's like the sun's burning a hole through me. As we hear, the moat that goes around what was the old castle, Tsurumaru Castle, has koi in it. So we're gonna stop on the way and we're gonna take a look and see if how many koi we can count, which is our consolation prize. How many can you count? Probably more than me. Yeah, it was a good drive here. Here's Sakurajima. If you've never seen whenever you come to Kagoshima, this is what you will see. It is almost always smoking, the volcano. It's quite a sight. I remember I stayed at a hotel right in front of Kagoshima Chuo Station, which is where the Shinkansen departs from. Shinkansen is sort of a new station. I guess it was about, what, 7-8 years ago, maybe a little bit more. Now, the Shinkansen comes all the way down to the southwest of Japan. I remember staying in a hotel, and from the top floor, I got a room on, I think it was like the 11th floor. This is my morning view. It looked just like this. Blue skies, smoking volcano in the distance, and it really does erupt like once every couple of months with a cracking boom in the distance. Earthquake here, you can feel it in the city, and soot from the eruptions, mini eruptions, will land all over the ground here in Kagoshima. It's kind of a common occurrence because when I asked them, I asked the city officials why the manhole covers. There are no manhole covers with the volcano. I thought there'd be something a little bit more fun. And they said, look, a lot of the times you can't even see the manhole covers because the streets were filled with ash, and so they didn't take any time to make anything special with the manhole covers. Okay, here's a sign that gives us a little bit of information. So we've just come from the castle. Maybe we could check this one out. There's one called Bullet Holes from the Seinan Civil War. It's 200 meters in the wrong direction. We're gonna have to pass that up. The Satsuma Retainers Monument, Kagoshima Modern Literature Museum. We're walking in that direction because that's where the statue of Saigo Takamori is. You all knew who this is, Saigo Takamori, right? He's the guy from The Last Samurai, played by Ken Watanabe, who was in that Batman Returns movie as well. Maybe the most famous Japanese actor in the West, anyways. He's from this area. He's from Kagoshima. So we're gonna go and take a look at his statue, and this is, I guess they call it his death place. He also went to Tokyo, and there's a famous statue in Ueno Park. Ueno Park, I said it right, that's how you say it. And at that statue, he's walking a dog, and it's famous for being the statue where the samurai is walking the dog. That's Saigo Takamori. I love this tree. Look at this. Look at the way that it stretches and branches into the moat, and the water is flowing. It's actually about 10-15 degrees cooler under the tree. I'm exaggerating, but it's much cooler under the tree. Oh, look at this, we got the babies. I saw 2 babies. Baby koi. Did you see them? Maybe not. I saw 2. You have to keep count yourself. You win the winner wins a prize. Respect. It's the ultimate prize. I'm here, I've been filming. I'm sorry I haven't been live for a few days. I'm here filming an episode for the main channel, and I was up at sunrise and I was filming until like 8 or 9 p.m. and there just wasn't a chance really to do a live stream that wouldn't ruin the topic that I'm covering, as these people cut the daimyo's trees. How dare you? Yeah. These walls haven't changed for hundreds of years. In fact, a lot of you might have seen the movie You Only Live Twice with James Bond, and some of the scenes were filmed here in Kagoshima. And you can see these walls, in fact, these walls in particular, in the background of a couple of the scenes in the movie, which is kind of cool. All right, let's see if we can see some koi. Boom! Look at these sharks. I saw 3 so far. Let's see if we can catch some more. John Lopez, how dare you call them fish? You can see me, my shadow. Hey, look at that, there's like 4 of them. They expected food. Instead, you get my respect, which is priceless. This is the old wall of the castle, which again was destroyed. Probably built in the 17th century, 1601, right? The construction of Tsurumaru Castle. I'm guessing. So where exactly am I? I kind of made a map here. Check it out. I'm down here on the very southwest in Kagoshima. Check it out. This is where. Oh, I think that's where I ate lunch, so it's irrelevant. So I'm up on the other side. I got another map here, but that's how close we are to the volcano. So when it erupts, it really does leave an impact on the city of Kagoshima. There's ferries about every 30 minutes or so. It's a cool journey to go over to the base of the volcano, depending on if it's safe or not. But if it does erupt, you probably don't have a lot of notice. You'll have a front row seat. There used to be an onsen there that I went to, but it's been closed because I'm not sure why, maybe eruptions or something. But Kagoshima is famous for that volcano. It's kind of neat to have that looming over you. So the people here know that at any moment it could erupt, cause a problem. And it has. This does not give you comfort, nor should it. You should not have comfort from that. All right, I made another map which was more specific. Let's see if I can pull that up. So we're getting closer to the Saigo Takamori building. This one looks quite old. I know that this is at the City Museum of Art. It's got very wide avenues, doesn't it? There's the port over to the left side. My brother from another mother, Michael Sasano, is here. So, aloha. Cold beverage, thank you. Let's see, I think there's a vending machine near the Saigo Takamori statue. Let's see what we can find. I could definitely use it because it's starting to get a little parched. Just a little bit. Sakurajima is the name of the volcano. It's so cool. Here's a map that I made. It's a little bit too wide. Let's see if I can stretch that out. That's where I am. This is where I am right now. So I wanted to show you. This is close to where the Saigo Takamori statue is. We'll go 3D here, and you can see the downtown central area of Kagoshima is, I don't know, a lot of it's been rebuilt, but there's some old structures in there, and you can feel that it is just really more calm and relaxed compared to Tokyo. It's worth a visit. But it's also got some of the best food in Japan. The kurobuta, which is like the pork here, the katsudon, tonkatsu, it's also good. The Berkshire pork, they call it, I think. That's where we started, right there at the former site of the castle, and there's the otemon from the air, and you can see the moat around it. Again, Satsuma don't need no stinking castle. You saw they're proud of that. It's rebellious. And there he is. Saigo Takamori. You have to pay homage to the man who is the last samurai. Wow. Very strong guy. This is where he passed away. It's nice that he did it in his hometown. Saigo-san is here for all of you to say hi. Let's take a look at the information. Even the sign up here says, Statue of Saigo Takamori. Revere heaven. Love man. I like that. Sorry for shouting. The life of a hero, a man of honor and piety. Saigo Takamori, I'll read it for you, is a leader in the Meiji Restoration, was highly trusted by the Meiji Emperor, and became commander of the newly created Imperial Guard. Saigo was born in Shita Kajiyamachi Gojo School District in 1827. He was named Kokichi at birth, interesting name, but was later also known by such names as Kichinosuke and Nanshu. As Nisei Gashira, youth leader, he presented his views on agriculture administration to Lord Shimazu Nariakira. Nariakira was impressed and selected Saigo to be one of his close associates. When Nariakira died suddenly, Saigo attempted suicide with his monk friend Geisho by drowning in Kinko Bay. Gosh, these people are hardcore. But Saigo survived. Don't tell me his friend didn't. And was exiled to Amami Oshima. Boy, Amami-shima is a beautiful place. Later, he's exiled to a beautiful island. Later, with the help of Okubo Toshimichi, he rejoined the anti-shogunate faction against the shogun, negotiated the secret alliance of Satsuma and Kyushu, led the imperial restoration, and negotiated the peaceful surrender of the shogun's castle in Edo, which is now Tokyo. With the new administration, Saigo was appointed to the cabinet. He abolished the old Han, and replaced them with the modern prefectures. So the Hans were the prefectures, but more for the daimyos and shogun system. When Iwakura, Kido, and Okubo were in Europe, Saigo took complete charge of the government. However, in 1873, defeated in a dispute over the sending of envoys to Korea, he resigned and returned to Kagoshima. So there's his story. In 1877, Saigo took his own life. He needs a samurai death. Sad. Ulfi writes in here, history is precious. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for sharing as well. Thank you. There's a park across the street, which is really nice to have a bento, probably not in the sun today. And let's get a drink from the vending machine. Beautiful, beautiful area. I think it's Temonkan. I can't remember the name of it, but the entertainment district is just about a 5-minute walk in this direction. And there's a crepe vending machine and a yaki imo vending machine, which I've already done on live streams in the past. Definitely go into Only in Japan and search it, or I'll put the link up above so you can go and find it. It's kind of a unique, a very unique vending machine. It's a grilled potato vending machine. All right, let's get a drink from this vending machine. Big shout out to Michael Sassano, brother. Thank you. Keeping me moist. Oh no, don't tell me. It does not take a suica, and I only have, oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. I don't even have 100 yen, I have 70 yen. Crud. Do they have a convenience store? Hey guys, what time is it? I gotta get to the airport. I'm kind of worried about that. Anyone have the time? Here's another vending machine with music. What? It's Got like some kind of enka music. I have a 5,000 yen note and 70 yen in coins. And it doesn't take, none of them take Suica or IC cards here. What? Ma, shoganai. Shoganai. Can't be helped. That's life. That's a motorbike. 1347, thank you. It's time for me to get to the airport anyways. I'm glad that you could join me because I think that this is a city. Michael, I'm gonna have to get that drink real soon. In fact, let's walk a little bit here because you can see the tip of Sakurajima. Check it out. It's an impressive city. This is where I always started or ended my hitchhiking trip. So I've been here and the beginning and the end of them. In 2017 was the last time I hitchhiked. In fact, the first live streams on this channel, if you go to the playlist of this channel and go to, you can change the playlists from oldest to newest, and then you get the oldest live streams first, and they're all of me hitchhiking. Check it out, because this is where I started 6 years ago. This channel began as a hitchhiking channel. It is smoking. It could blow at any time. So I'm glad I could bring you to this side of Kagoshima and check it out. I was at a fishing village earlier, and I refused to show you any of that footage. Well, maybe I will. Hold on. See if I can pull it up for a second. I can't show you what the theme is. The view was just beautiful in the morning, though. Check it out. So this is where I spent 2 nights and 2 days filming, 2.5 days. And this video will be available before Christmas, I believe. I'm actually coming back to Kagoshima in 2 weeks for the final part of this. And remember this scene because it's going to be pretty significant. And yeah, I think sometimes you need a little bit of a surprise. There's something really special about the old fishing villages, I think, right? Old fishing villages. I don't think... I don't know, people don't visit them very much, but you really have an authentic, look at that old wall. It's probably been there for centuries. The population of this fishing village used to be in the thousands, right now it's 50. There's only 50 people who live here. That's pretty crazy. 50 people. There's more houses than there are people. Half of it is Akia. More than half of the village is abandoned homes. I was walking through in the morning. I was walking in the village. Half of it was spider webs. I was like eating the webs as I walked through them. So Michael, I need that drink more than you know. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit about Kagoshima. And if you do make this one of the places you visit, it's quite a far destination for the JR Rail Pass, but if you do come, you'll be rewarded with a smoking volcano, some of the best food that you'll ever had, and the history of Saigo Takamori right there. And you'll see him in Ueno Park as well with a samurai walking the dog, but here's a different statue of him looking mighty and strong, and here's one of me. Mata ne.